Good day everyone. We will present about Rizal's Grand Tour of Europe, Viola 1887. After the publication of Noli Me Tangere, Rizal planned to visit important places in Europe. Maximo Viola agreed to be his traveling companion. At May 11, 1887, Rizal and Viola left Berlin by train. Their destination was Dresden, one of the best cities in Germany. Rizal and Viola visited Dresden during the Floral Exposition, met Dr. Mayer, were deeply impressed by a painting of Prometheus bound at a museum of art. While strolling at the exposition, they encountered Dr. Jaeger, who suggested to send a wire or telegram to Blumentritt before heading to Teschen. On May 13, 1887, Rizal and Viola arrived in Leitmeritz, Bohemia, where Professor Blumentritt welcomed them using a sketch Rizal had sent for identification. As a gracious host, Blumentritt assessed them in finding lodging at Hotel Krebs and later introduced them to his family. In Leitmeritz, Rizal and Viola attended a club meeting where Blumentritt was secretary. To commemorate their stay, Rizal gifted Blumentritt a portrait. Through him, they met renowned European scientists Dr. Carlo Zipelak and Professor Robert Klotschak. On their final night, they hosted a farewell banquet in gratitude. On May 16, 1887, Rizal and Viola departed from Leitmeritz by train. Blumentritt, along with his wife and children, bid them an emotional farewell in the station. Rizal cherished his time in Leitmeritz and later wrote to Blumentritt from Vienna on May 24, 1887, expressing concern for Blumentritt's sick daughter. After visiting Leitmeritz, Rizal and Viola traveled to Prague, where they were warmly received by Dr. Welcome and his family. They explored the city's historic sites, including Copernicus' tomb, the Natural History Museum, bacteriological laboratories, and landmarks related to St. John Nepomuceno. On May 20, 1887, Rizal and Viola arrived in Vienna, the Queen of the Danube, where they admired the city beauty. With a letter from Blumentritt, they met the renowned Austrian novelist Nervenfals, who later praised Rizal's genius. Rizal also recovered his lost diamond stickpin, which was found at Hotel Krebs, and returned to him. They stayed at Hotel Metropole and explored Vienna, meeting Austrian scholars Massner and Nordmann. On May 24, 1887, Rizal and Viola traveled along the Danube River, admiring the scenery. Rizal noticed the use of paper napkins, which was new to him, and Viola commented on their hygiene and economy. From the Rheinfall, they crossed the frontier to Schaffhausen, Switzerland. They stayed in the city from June 2 to 3, 1887. They continued their tour to Basel, Bern, and Lausanne. After sightseeing in Lausanne, Rizal and Viola crossed Lake Geneva to Geneva, a multilingual Swiss city, in June 19, 1887. Rizal celebrated his birthday by treating Viola to a meal. They spent 15 days in Geneva before parting ways on June 23. Viola returned to Barcelona while Rizal continued to Italy. From Geneva, Rizal traveled to Italy, visiting Turin, Milan, Venice, and Florence before reaching Rome on June 27, 1887. On June 29, he visited the Vatican during the feast of St. Peter and St. Paul. After a week in Rome, he prepared to return to the Philippines, informing his father of his plans.